All right, today we are starting scientific notation, and the definition for scientific notation is a number written as a product of a factor and a power of 10. And so we're going to look at some examples of that right now. What if we had 5 million? Well, we don't want to write 5 million out because there's so many zeros on it. So what I'm going to do, when we write scientific notation, we always make the number to be a value between 1 and 10. And so 5 is a number that's between 1 and 10, right? So that's our first step. And the way that I made this number between 1 and 10 is by moving the decimal. Remember, we always have a decimal sitting right there at the end of our number, and so we can move that decimal right here after the 5 and make the number 5. And how many times we move the decimal is the exponent that we put on our 10. So this time I moved the decimal 6 places. And I know it's a positive exponent because it's a large number that I started with. 5 million is a large number. Anytime you have a big number, you're going to have a positive exponent, okay? So 2 more rules that we need to remember is if you have a very large number, you're going to have a positive exponent. If you have a very small number, which means a decimal with lots of zeros, you're going to have a negative exponent. Let's do a few more examples. So if I have, let's put 3 zeros after the decimal, and I need to turn this into scientific notation. So this time, guess what? I am starting with a very small number. So my exponent is going to be negative. So I'm just going to go ahead and write that little negative on there now so I don't forget. Now, again, our goal is to make a number between 1 and 10. So the number that I can make between 1 and 10 is going to be a 5. But this time, in order to make 5, I have to move my decimal in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So if I put my decimal right there, now I have the number 5. And since I moved it 4 places, 4 is my exponent. All right, so now you can see what I mean when I say a large number means a positive exponent and a small number means a negative exponent. No, my screen crashed. Hold on. Okay, that's better. So now we're going to take numbers from scientific notation and put them into standard form. Notice that each number starts with a value between 1 and 10. 3.08 is between 1 and 10, and 1.4 is between 1 and 10. So I know it's in scientific notation. But now we have to remember our exponents. So if it's a negative exponent, am I making a large number or a small number? I'm making a large number. So I'm just going to rewrite this number. Wait, what did you say? Large? No, I'm making a small number. Sorry. I'm going to rewrite the number and then I'm going to move the decimal 4 places. So I'm going to move it 4 places this way so that I can make a smaller number. So my new decimal is there, and what do I fill in all those little loops with? Zeros. So now I'm going to rewrite the number. Remember, we're taking this decimal out, and I'm going to rewrite the number with this new decimal. Okay, so that is 3.08 times 10 to the negative fourth power if I just write it as a number. Negative exponent means I need to have a small number. All right, so this time I have a positive exponent, so I'm going to rewrite the number again, and I'm going to move my decimal 2 places to the right because I want to make a larger number. Positive exponent, large number. 1, 2. So my new decimal is there, and what do I fill in the loop with? A 0. So my new number is going to be 140. And you don't have to put that decimal on the end because it's on the end, but if you want to put it on the end, you can put it on the end. Go ahead and try number 5 on your own, and then we'll be right back and you can see if you got it right. Okay, so let's do this one. It is a positive exponent, so that means I'm going to be making a large number. So that means I have to move my decimal to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and fill in with zeros. So my new number is 849,500 because that's a large number, so I know I did my exponent correctly. All right, for the last two, we are putting it into scientific notation now. So we're taking a big number or a small number and writing it with that times 10 to the something power. Number 6, is that a large number or a small number? Large. So what kind of exponent will I have? Positive exponent. So I'm just going to write that there so I don't forget. And number 8, is it large or small? Small. So what kind of exponent? Negative exponent. And now let's figure out the rest of it. So remember, we have our imaginary decimal sitting on the end. I need to move it to make a number between 1 and 10. What number can I make between 1 and 10?
5.
For number 6?
8.
8. So I'm going to write 8 and move my decimal over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's my new decimal. So it'll be 8 times 10 to the 7th power. And number 8, what number can I make between 1 and 10 on this one? 3. So we figured out that it's 5.9 because we have to use the numbers that are here and we have to move our decimal place. So let's see if we move it to between the 5 and the 9. We made a number between 1 and 10, 5.9. And how many times did we move the decimal? 2 times. Good job, Braden. All right, and it's a negative exponent because we had a small number.